Hey guys, don't want my skin. Why do I always pick my skin right before I start filming? Gross. Anyway, it's like so cold in here and I was like, oh, maybe I should put my heater on, but I've been in here for like 20 minutes now and I'm like, there's no point putting it on now. Plus, like, it's all packed away so like neatly and I'm like, so I think I'm just gonna freeze. I'm pretty cold. Anyway, today I think I'm just gonna do like an orange eye look. I really like, you know, orange looks, so I think I'm just gonna do something pretty simple. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm going to prime my eyes with the P. Louise base in Rumor 01. My brows today, I just the Anastasia dip brow, and then the Perfect Brow, no, the Brow Wiz, sorry. And then I just carved them out with the Colourpop No Filter Concealer, and I've gone for my Clear Brow Gel by Anastasia today as well. So okay, so I'm just gonna quickly make a little not a disclaimer, I don't know. This is like kind of the first video I've filmed since I participated in like Blackout Tuesday and stuff, and I feel like I haven't actually said anything on my YouTube channel. I put up my Black Lives Matter video. I took the day off. I've started putting at the I've started with the link to I think her name is Zoe, to her YouTube video. I think it's Zoe. I feel like that might be totally wrong. I should probably check what her name is, but she has made the YouTube video which you can watch, and all the money, all the ad revenue is going to go to heaps of different like donation sites, charities and stuff, to do with like Black Lives Matter. I just want to make sure her name is actually Zoe because I feel like it'd be really rude if it wasn't. Yes, it is. It's Zoe Maria, I think. I don't really know how to say her last name. But yeah, so she's made this video. It's currently sitting at 7 million views, which is amazing because I cannot imagine how much ad revenue that has brought in. I bet you it's done really, really well. So I'm so grateful that she's put this up, and I feel like it's just it's a really good idea, because I just feel like, you know, sometimes it's really, really hard. We don't have the money to donate. We don't have like you know, like you might have some money but you might not be able to spare it, like I might have to go to bills or, you know, all that kind of stuff. And I feel like it's such a good way because you can literally donate with your time, and it's just such a smart idea. I'm really looking forward to seeing how much money she ends up making, and yeah, I think that's just going to be a huge help. So yeah, I've been running that at least once a day. It's about an hour-long video, and I think you have to be quite careful because if you watch it too many times in a row, YouTube will mark it as spam, and the views won't be like counted and stuff. So I've just to be safe, I've been only watching it once a day and then watching like obviously all my other YouTube videos in between. But yeah, I've been watching the thing in its entirety, just leaving it running while I'm editing or you know, doing something else, or I'm not watching like where I don't need to hear, if that makes sense. Like, so anyway, yeah, I've been running that, which has been really good. Yesterday I had it running on my phone at work while I was on my work laptop, because obviously I didn't need to be on my phone while I was on my work laptop. So yeah, it's been really good. And so that's the link I'm sharing at the moment in my YouTube description, and I think I'm going to update it some more with some more links and stuff. It's just a little bit hard because I feel like I'm not the most educated on this. I don't know a whole lot. I'm doing my absolute best that I can and sharing things that that I can, and you know, but it's also hard because, yeah, as I said, I'm not the most educated on this. I don't want to give out the wrong information or anything like that. And it's not like, I don't ever want to speak over someone either. I'm a white person. I have so much privilege, and this, like, I don't want to be speaking over those who this issue is actually affecting, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want to be that person that comes in and, you know, because that's what we've been doing to people of colour and black people of colour for so long. We have been speaking over them, and that's why I'm kind of like trying to not, it's hard to like explain, but I'm like, I don't want to say too much because I don't want to speak over anyone, but I'm really trying my hardest to share everything that I can and to make sure that people know that, you know, I'm with them in this fight, and you know that I'm here until this injustice is finally stopped. And yeah, I feel like it's hard because you can post like I don't want to ever discredit anyone or make them feel bad or anything, but the thing is, I think the hard thing about social media is you can feel like you can post something and then you've done your good deed and that's that. But that's not really the way this works. This isn't something that's going to be fixed overnight. This is something that's been going on for so long, for literally ever, and it's not something that you can share one piece of information on Instagram and be like, cool, okay, all done. It's not like that, and we have to remember that white people can walk away anytime, we can walk away anytime, it's not going to affect us, and that's not right, okay? Like, we need to stand with these people because we aren't targeted because of our skin colour. We, like, no one should be, okay? And we need to make this right, and we need to make sure that we keep fighting until it's not a thing anymore, okay? Like, we can't just walk away, because sometimes I feel like it is easy. People tend to walk away from things that when they get hard or they get difficult or anything like that, and we just can't let that happen. We can't post our one black square on Instagram and then walk away and say, well, you know, I posted my black square on Instagram, so I've done all I can. We need to keep talking about this, and the only way that this is ever going to get changed is if we keep fighting this every single day. But yeah, anyway, this isn't something that's going to be fixed overnight. It's not something that we can just put up an Instagram post and never think about it again. We need to make sure that we keep talking about this, that we keep letting people know that we aren't like going to let this happen anymore, and we're not going to walk away until this is like dealt with, like until things are fair and equal, because it cannot keep happening, okay? I understand this may be a bit of a controversial topic, which I think is, this shouldn't even be something to be debated. Like, this should not even be something to be debated. So if you don't like that I'm going to talk about that is perfectly fine. I would never be rude to any of my followers or anything like that, but when it comes to something like this, if you're not going to support this, please unfollow me, because I don't want that kind of energy, okay? So yes, usually I'm the kind of person that is like, no, everyone is right, like has a right to an opinion, but this isn't something that anyone should have an opinion on. This is about an injustice and people literally being targeted for the colour of their skin. That's not right. And nobody should be able to have an opinion on that, okay? So if you don't want to, you know, hear about it or whatever, or you don't agree, that's fine. Unfollow me. I'm good. I don't, you know, that's fine. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to come on here, and because I feel like, you know, obviously I've posted a few things on Instagram and stuff, but I want you guys to know that I'm trying to do my best, and I'm also trying to, not so much, like, I'm not trying to hang back, but I am also trying to recognize that, like, it's such a hard thing, because I have never experienced racism. Obviously, you can't be racist to a white person, and so it's something like completely different. Like, it's a completely different experience for me, obviously. I actually shared something today that was like such eye-opening, because it's something that I'd never ever thought about before. I've grown up with privilege and I haven't even recognized it, if you know what I mean, because it's just something that I've always had, just literally by being born as a white person. But it says, it's a privilege to educate yourself about racism instead of experiencing it. I was like, shit, that hits hard, because I could go through my whole life and never have to educate myself about racism, whereas, you know, black people, it's just, it is really, 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 really sad, and it's something that I feel like in the last couple of years I have come to kind of learn a lot more about, because I guess, as I said, you know, I'm a white person, I haven't experienced it, obviously, I am never going to be able to, and it was something that, like, kind of, I don't know, I didn't realise that it was kind of how deep it ran, because you kind of hear about things in history and all that kind of stuff, and it's like, oh my god, but it's so easy to kind of disconnect from that, and we don't realize that it's still happening to this day. You know, I feel like it's obviously when you hear about like history and all that kind of stuff, it's easier to disconnect from that because it's like, it's almost like hearing a story, but this is still happening to people today. You know, and I feel like it's absolutely disgusting and something really needs to be done. So yeah, I'm gonna try and keep sharing as many things as I possibly can, and I'm gonna keep posting that link for the foreseeable future, and you know, updating that with other links that I think is appropriate and stuff like that, because this is just like, it's actually such a big issue, and I just can't fathom what would have been going through George's mind in his last couple of moments. And it's not even just about George anymore, well, not like anymore, but it's not even just about George. Like, this is about everyone, and I just can't imagine it. I can't imagine my dad going to the store and not coming home. Like, I can't imagine my dad going for a run and not making it home. I can't imagine the police accidentally showing up at my house and my mother being shot dead. Like, it's just stuff that, like, it doesn't actually sound real, and it's stuff that literally sounds like it's out of like a horror movie or something like that, and this is what these people are experiencing every single day. And it just, it's I made a comment and I said something like, you know, it shouldn't be happening to innocent people, but it shouldn't be happening to black people that have committed crimes either, because, you know, we see all the white people committing crimes and committing murders and killing multiple people, and they're treated like, you know, fine, you know, they get like, you know, they get peacefully arrested and all that kind of stuff. And then, you know, there is obviously just such a, what's the word, like not equal, what's like, how do you say not equal, like inequality, is that a word? You know what I mean? We are obviously not equal at the moment, and that's not okay. That really is not okay. And something needs to change. I feel like I need to stop talking about this now because I'm getting a bit upset, and it's just when you really start to think about it and start to think about how awful this must be, and this is everyday life for these people, like, something really needs to be done and something really needs to change, because this isn't okay. Alright, let's get into the video. So I'm going to start with my Colourpop Orangey Glad. And I think I might start with the shade called Sunkissed, which is this one here. It's just like a really pretty orange shade, and I'm going to, God, my eyes have creased. Oh, they just sent me a photo. What is it? Oh, it's my cat. Well, not my cat, it's his cat. This is Jim. He's very beautiful. He's having a sleep there. Okay, I'm putting this Sunkissed shade on right now. Okay. Either you or me, jumping like every time I film, I have Bruno Mars songs stuck in my head, and I really don't know why. Like, why? Like, I can go for like days without thinking or ever like in my normal day life, like, it never comes to mind, and then as soon as I sit down to film, it's like Bruno Mars is there. I don't know why. Anyway. I don't know why I always pick my face before I start filming, and then I'm left with like huge big, like, you know, inflamed skin and stuff. It's like, okay, should do it like overnight before I go to bed so that no one ever sees it, but no, I decided to do it right before I go on camera. Okay, I'm gonna go into the next shade called Mimosa Mammy, which is this one here. It's kind of like a, I don't know, like a ruddy orange, maybe like a peachy kind of orange. I'm gonna sit that under. My sister was watching Kath and Kim today. I feel like that's such a blast from the past, you know? Have you guys seen Kath and Kim? It's I feel like it's a very Australian, yeah, I don't even know if anyone in the States would know about it, or like anywhere else in the world, but yeah, it's a really good show. It's really funny. But yeah, it's just like I haven't seen it for so long. Should start watching it again actually. It's really good. You know what, I think I'm actually gonna watch it tonight after I finish it. It's kind of like a feel good show, you know, one of those ones you can just kind of like fall asleep to, or kind of watch while you're doing something else, like I don't know, washing or something like that, you know. I'm going to blend these two together now. I'm gonna go into the brown of the palette, which is this one here, and I'm gonna use that just to darken a little bit, and I might put that in the outer corner as well. It's really nice, it complements the orange really nice. It's like it doesn't take over too much, it kind of like just deepens the orange color, if that makes sense. Like it's not like it's like a straight out brown, it just kind of goes over the orange and deepens it a little, which I feel like is really nice. Now I've got something like this, just gonna blend that again. I think I will blend back over the top of this with the very first orange shade we used, which is the Sun Kissed, and just use that like at the top, just to bring a bit of that back as well. And then I'll go back into Mimosa Mammy as well. Alright, I'm gonna go off camera and put my crease, and then I'll be back. Okay, done that now, and I'm just gonna go back into the Ya Peel Me. Did I even tell you guys that's what it's called? That's the brown in the palette. It's called Ya Peel Me. Ya Peel Me. Yeah, I'm gonna take a bit of that and blend that into the cut crease. I just cut my crease with the P. Louise base in Rumor Zero. Cool. Let's do a shimmer. I think I want to use the Squeeze Me shade. Looks like this. Or there's Tangerine Dreams. Oh, actually, I really like the Squeeze Me shade, but I feel like Tangerine Dreams is going to go better because it's a little bit different to the rest of the colours, so I might take that one. Tangerine Dreams. Oh, that's so pretty. Cool, that's really, really nice. I really like that. And then I'll just take that brush that had the brown on it and use that to blend this. And then there's also the Clementine glitter. Might just put a little bit of that like on the very edge. I'm pretty sure this isn't eye safe, so use at your own risk kind of thing, but I'm just gonna put it on the very, like on the, you know the drill. You guys have seen me do this 100 times. Orange eye looks are definitely one of my favorite. They're just so beautiful. I feel like they just go really, really well with my eye color for some reason. And I don't even think I'm gonna do liner today because I really like the way that this looks, just like this. Yeah. Okay. Going to take my Benefit They're Real mascara primer. And then I think today I'll take my Fenty Beauty mascara. This is the Full Frontal Mascara. Cool. Alright, I'm gonna go off camera, put lashes on. I'm filming a review on the Makeup Revolution foundation, so that'll be up probably after this. So you can go watch that if you want. But yeah, I'll be back when my makeup is finished, so I'll see you soon. Okay, so this is the finished eye look. I went in with the lashes by Doll Beauty in Chloe. So let's have so this is how it looks. I think it looks really, really pretty. It's obviously just a pretty simple orange cut crease, but yeah, I just wanted to do something. I feel like, as I said, I really, really love orange looks, and I feel like I haven't done one for a while. But yeah, I just think this palette's so beautiful. And yeah, I really like the way it turned out. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I just filmed the Revolution review, so make sure you go check that out. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next one. Bye!